Have you ever been, just rummaging through an old box,
Mm.
maybe up in the attic or tucked away somewhere,
Oh, yeah, it happens all the time.
and then your fingers hit something,
Mm-hmm.
like a faded photo, or maybe an old journal from a grandparent.
Mm-hmm.
And that feeling you get, that immediate sensation when you open it up, it's like this wave of emotion just hits you.
A real mix, right? Sometimes tears, sometimes you just laugh out loud at something you'd completely forgotten.
Exactly. It really is like opening, I don't know, a portal to the past where love and loss are all tangled up, but in a way that somehow shifts how you feel right now.
It's a really profound experience, isn't it? And it makes you wonder, we're always told to look forward, move on, but what if the real secret to moving forward is actually, well, looking back?
That is exactly what we're diving into today, this deep dive. It's not just about keeping memories safe.
No, it's much more active than that.
Right. It's about how actually honoring those family legacies, using things like photos, stories, how that can genuinely spark personal growth and build resilience too.
Mm.
So our mission really is to figure out how that whole emotional journey works, how it can heal, maybe show us the way, and actually propel us forward.
And for this, we're leaning on a really insightful piece by Oliver Remington.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, his work pulls together findings from psychological associations, cultural studies, even wellness reporting. It really shines a light on this sort of unexpected power that remembrance has.
It's like digging into how looking back helps us gear up for the future.
Precisely, how it kind of rewires us in a way.
Okay, so let's unpack that emotional journey then. Because it's definitely not simple, is it?
No, not at all.
When you first pick up those old photos or hear those family stories, there's often that bittersweet feeling right off the bat.
That tug, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little pang of sadness first.
Yeah.
Or just that ache of missing someone you loved, someone who really shaped you.
And that's actually a crucial starting point. Remington points out that this initial grief, it's not like a wall you hit, it's more like a doorway. What people often miss is how that sadness, through something psychologists call benefit finding, can slowly, gradually shift into gratitude.
Benefit finding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like this quiet alchemy almost. Then nostalgia kicks off reflection, and that reflection leads to understanding. And then out of that understanding, real joy can actually emerge.
I think I know what you mean. It's like you're flipping through an old photo album.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you even get that faint, musty paper smell.
Oh, that specific smell, yeah.
And then you see this black and white picture, maybe a family picnic. And suddenly you're not just seeing it. You can almost hear the laughter, from way back then. It just pulls you right in.
And that's not just being sentimental. There's psychology at play here.
Right.
When we engage with those rich sensory memories, the ones with real emotional weight, it activates a part of the brain called the default mode network.
Okay, the default mode network.
Yeah, it's key for self-reflection, for building our sense of who we are. So that initial sadness, that acknowledges the loss. But the process of weaving stories around those images, remembering the feeling, the context, that actually reframes the pain.
I see.
The focus shifts, from what's gone to the love that's still there, the love that made you who you are. It's a kind of cognitive restructuring.
So you're not pushing the loss away. You're
Yeah.
building a new relationship with the memory itself.
Exactly.
And I guess when you share these stories, maybe with family or friends, that healing gets amplified.
Oh, definitely. It turns out what might be a quiet personal reflection into something shared. Shared empathy. It strengthens those bonds.
So really, honoring these legacies isn't about getting stuck in the past. It's more about embracing all those feelings, the sad, the happy, everything, to find some kind of peace, maybe even see things differently.
Precisely. And it goes beyond just finding peace. It's a serious engine for personal growth. Remington really highlights how these photos, these narratives, they're not just records. They're like mirrors.
Mirrors.
How so?
They reflect lessons back at us, things that can genuinely inspire us to evolve.
Okay, now this sounds really practical. Like, imagine you find your grandmother's old letters from wartime. And they're full of stories, not just hardship, but amazing strength, making do with hardly anything.
Resourcefulness, yeah.
Her words could suddenly click for you, maybe give you the push to finally start that, that dream project you've been putting off. You see her determination, and it sparks yours. It's like a blueprint.
It absolutely can be. Or think about another angle. Sometimes family photos show, patterns, repeating patterns across generations.
Oh, interesting. Like what?
Maybe you notice these really stoic expressions in old portraits generation after generation, and it hints at this cycle of maybe unexpressed emotions.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Seeing that pattern laid out visually can be a really powerful nudge.
Sure.
For self-improvement, it might encourage you to consciously break that mold, to focus on open, honest communication in your own family, to leave a different legacy. That's really insightful. So you're not just seeing what to copy, but maybe what needs changing.
Exactly. It's an active choice to evolve based on what you see.
And it doesn't have to be these huge dramatic stories either, right? Like maybe just a faded picture of your dad patiently fixing a fence.
Yeah, something simple.
That could inspire you to be more patient in your job
Huh.
or when you're dealing with your own kids' challenges. It's like these pictures are quiet teachers,
Yeah.
blueprints for who you could be, how you could handle things.
Absolutely right. When you actively engage with these legacies, you're not just passively remembering. You're weaving their wisdom, their strengths, their lessons right into your own story, your identity. You grow from it. You become maybe a more compassionate, more capable version of
Right?
yourself.
Okay, so we've got this personal growth angle.
Mm.
But how does remembering the past, embracing these legacies, how does that specifically help build resilience, for when life throws curveballs?
Well, fundamentally, it builds this really deep foundation of strength. By connecting with our past, we get this sense of continuity, a lineage, and that really shores us up when times get tough.
Like an anchor.
Sort of, yeah. Psychologically, thinking about ancestral stories, especially stories of getting through hard times, it actually boosts our emotional fortitude. It reminds us we're not just isolated individuals facing unique struggles, we're part of this bigger, longer story of survival, of triumph even.
That idea of being part of a bigger story
Mm,
that resonates across so many cultures, doesn't it?
it really does.
I'm thinking about, say, indigenous storytelling circles, where honoring the ancestors creates this really strong sense of being supported, like invisible threads of love and wisdom holding the community together.
Exactly. Or think about Asian traditions of ancestor veneration. It's a very direct reinforcement of that idea, support and guidance coming from the past.
Yeah.
And, even in modern Western therapy.
Like narrative therapy.
Precisely. Narrative therapy uses the same principle. Therapists help clients reframe their difficulties by connecting them explicitly to instances of resilience within their own family history. It makes people feel less alone, more empowered.
It reduces that isolation.
It does. And then you have traditions like Mexico's Dia de los Muertos, the photos on the altars. They're not just about mourning. They celebrate the endurance of life, of love. Grief gets mixed with this powerful community strength. These aren't just quaint customs, they're practical tools for resilience.
It's amazing how universal that is, finding strength in remembrance. And today, I guess we could even do that digitally, like curating an online memorial. You mentioned a life portrait.
Right. Sites like that let you create something dynamic, not just photos, but stories, voices, maybe video clips. It becomes a living portrait that can genuinely reinforce your own inner resolve, showing that continuous thread of love, struggle, and ultimately getting through it.
So these actions, they're not about getting lost in the past.
Not at all. They're proactive. They foster resilience by showing us pretty powerfully that the love and the lessons from the past actually equip us for whatever the future holds.
Wow.
So when life feels shaky, glancing at a photo of, say, a grandparent's determined face, or just remembering their quiet strength, that can honestly rekindle your own courage. It turns that feeling of vulnerability into real power.
It's incredible, that paradox, looking back to move forward. And it seems like this goes even deeper, that reflecting on legacies actually makes us more aware of the present.
Yes, that's another key insight from Remington's work. It sharpens our focus on the now.
How?
It kind of transforms ordinary days. They stop feeling routine and start feeling like significant chapters in a story that's still unfolding.
Okay, I think I get that.
Suddenly, maybe a simple walk with your dog isn't just a walk. It becomes a moment you might want to capture intentionally with a photo or even just a mental snapshot, because you realize this could be a cherished memory for someone else someday or for your future self.
So it cultivates mindfulness
Yeah.
and gratitude.
Definitely. You start recognizing more clearly how past loves, past experiences are actively shaping your joys and choices right now, today.
And it leads to more intentional living, maybe.
I think so, yeah. When you honor the past through photos and stories, you naturally start cherishing everyday moments more. You see them as potential legacies themselves.
It's like seeing your life right now as
Yeah.
like a blank page, but it's continuing a book you already cherish.
Exactly. A book filled with love, lessons, purpose,
Yeah.
all waiting for you to live it and document it.
So tying this all together then, Legacy and love are really deeply intertwined, aren't they? They
Absolutely.
guide us from those emotional depths we talked about, all the way up to personal growth, resilience, and this deeper appreciation for our own story as it happens.
We've seen how photos, narratives, they're not just static things. They heal, they inspire, they strengthen. They really do turn those backward glances into powerful, purposeful steps forward.
So for everyone listening,
Mm.
what does this mean for you right now? We really encourage you, maybe gather some of your own photos. Maybe think about starting an online memorial, that living portrait idea for someone important to you.
Mm-hmm. Even small steps count.
Absolutely. Or you could just start by weaving your own legacy today. Share a story, just one memory, with someone close. That act of sharing, that's an act of love. And it echoes, doesn't it?
It really does. It reminds me of what Maya Angelou said. I've learned that people will forget what you said, but people will never forget how you made them feel.
That is such a powerful thought to end on. Because the legacy we're creating, it isn't just about what we leave behind materially. It's about how we live, how we make others feel, day by day.
Yeah.
So maybe the question for you to take away is, what memory will you honor today to help light your own path ahead?